So even as Tamil Nadu continues to mourn the loss of its Amma, a controversy has already been kick-started. Actor Gautami has written to the Prime Minister questioning why there was such secrecy around Jayalalitha's hospitalization, who was deciding what line of treatment should be given to her, and whether there were any curious circumstances under which she suddenly died just days after it was told to the rest of the country that she was on the road to recovery. For thousands of Jayalalitha fans, the tributes haven't stopped for their Amma. But in the midst of remembering Jaya, now a discordant note has been struck. With actor Gautami raising a slew of questions about Jayalalitha's death, just stopping short of suggesting a conspiracy behind the demise of the former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister.
It's not about naming names or speculating anything at this time. It's just give us the facts. Just let us know what happened. We need to know what happened so that we can actually come to terms with this tragedy.
In her letter to the PM, Gautami has questioned the blanket of secrecy around Jaya's health for the 74 days that she was hospitalized. She has asked why even dignitaries like the state's governor weren't allowed to meet her, and on whose authority were decisions like these and those related to Jaya's treatment taken. But the uncomfortable fact is that she isn't the only one raising these questions about how a strong, seemingly healthy woman who was reported to be on the path of recovery was suddenly gone in a matter of 48 hours.
எல்லாமே சசிகலா தான் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. அவங்க என்னன்னு சொல்லி என்ன நடந்துட்டு இருக்குன்னு சொல்லி சொல்லணும் அவங்க வெளியில. ஆனா இதுவரைக்கும் யாருக்குமே எது பத்தியும் சொல்லல. ஆனா 72 days எப்படி உள்ள வெச்சிருப்பாங்க ஒரு சிஎம்ஏ வெச்சிருக்கிறதுக்கு அவங்களுக்கு எதுமே உரிமை இல்ல.
Nobody visited her, even the national president of BJP and also the Rahul Gandhi ji. Nobody, they went there. They stood at the first floor or something. She was some other floor. They couldn't meet her in person. So what is going on there? There is a secret. Why? So I suspect something may happen to her.
So what is the mystery of the 74 days of Jaya's stay in hospital? Those close to her scoff at even the suggestion of something being amiss.
To make a confusion in the party, all the rumors are going on, but we will fight against it because this party has been started by Mr. NGR, and this party has had a large growth by our Honorable Amma.
With the passing away of Tamil Nadu's Iron Lady, various players are locked in a power struggle over her legacy. Hectic meetings are being held, even as posters have come up urging Shashikala Natarajan to carry on her work. But in the midst of that, will we ever know the answers to these unsettling questions? Bureau Report, India Today. Okay, joining us now on 8 p.m. is actor Gautami, who has raised this fresh batch of questions about how did Jayalalitha really die. Also joining us is Dhanya Rajendran. She's the editor-in-chief of the News Minute, and Sidurai Pandian, AIADMK sympathizer and a lawyer. But Gautami, I want to ask you first, what struck you as suspicious in the 74 days that Jayalalitha was in hospital, which prompted you to write the letter?
No, it's not a question of suspicion. It's a question of complete lack of information about what exactly the situation was and what exactly was happening with the Chief Minister of our state, who's a democratically elected leader, a very popularly elected leader, and the head of government of Tamil Nadu.
No, but
so it was simply a lack of information about that.
No, but you've spoken about the lack of information. That could also be because of doctor-patient confidentiality, and that is the reason why things were kept under wraps.
It's not. I completely understand patient-doctor confidentiality, and I respect that because I come from a family of doctors, and I understand and respect that. This is not about that. This is about there are so many other components connected with the Chief Minister of a state being hospitalized for any period of time, leave alone 75 days. And one side we have the personal bonding with her, where she has very intensely personal connect with the people of Tamil Nadu, and this is something that goes way beyond her political career over the last 3 decades. And she also, her position and her standing as the Chief Minister of the state, and which also carries with it a certain responsibility to be accountable to the people, so that the people know the welfare and the well-being of their democratically elected leader, their ability to continue with their duties, just their general welfare and the well-being. There is concern on many different fronts.
No, but
so it's not about knowing the details of exactly what was wrong medically with her, exactly what treatment was given.
No, are you saying that the best treatment wasn't given to her intentionally or unintentionally?
No. I'm saying we don't even have information to even come to that conclusion. So there's no way on earth, I'm saying that there's no way on earth I'm able to even think of saying something like that. So that statement is not even on the table.
Okay, but if there was negligence, was it done deliberately or was it unintentional?
That's what I'm saying. We cannot come to any conclusion or think anything like this because we simply don't know. And I think this kind of lack of information is unprecedented.
No, not really actually, because in the case of Sonia Gandhi, off the top of my head, there was no information about her medical condition. It was just known that she is going abroad. So why is this a special case? It's really unfortunate that the loss is really unfortunate, but you seem to be suspecting or insinuating that there is more to it.
No, as you mentioned, Congress President, undoubtedly, I mean, I know as much as any of the rest of the public does. Here, I think the difference is she is a serving Chief Minister. She is a Chief Minister in office of a very prominent state, a very populous, very progressive state, and someone who has a very long-standing and very intricate bond with Tamil Nadu and the people of Tamil Nadu. So I think there's a big difference here because there's a lot that depends on her well-being and her welfare. And as such, the people have a right to know of it.
Okay, Gautami, I'm just going to ask you straight, the Mannar Gudi Mafia has been spoken about extensively. Just a few years ago, there was a story published about how there was an attempt to try and poison Jayalalitha by people very close to her, and now this happens. Are you then reading between the lines?
No, not at all. I don't even know where the lines lie. That's where I'm coming from, like you need to have some basic information to even start drawing lines, leave alone writing on them. So no lines, no reading between the lines, nothing. We just, as a people, we just want to have information about what happened, what was happening. That's it.
Okay, but
then after that, what lines people want to draw and what they want to.
Yes, because you're not the only one. There is also her niece. Then there is Shashikala Pushpa, who, let's be clear, is also now expelled from the AIADMK. But they've all said that there is something very questionable, suspicious about what happened in the 74 days. So are all of you drawing the same conclusions?
No, you are talking about two individuals who have come out with this. Ever since news of my letter has become public, the kind of responses that I have been getting from Tamilians all over the world is incredible, where they all say, we need to know, we want to know, we didn't know, or we were not able to direct our questions in a particular way, but we are all with you. This is our question, this is our voice.
Okay. All right. So
it's not about, again, as I'm saying, I'm being very particular in underlining, it's not about naming names or speculation or anything at this time. It's just the facts. Just let us know what happened. We need to know what happened so that we can actually come to terms with this tragedy.
All right. Thank you very much, Gautami,
for begin to come to terms with the tragedy.
All right, Gautami, thank you very much for joining us on 8 p.m. Dhanya Rajendran. Let me ask you then, some facts have already been put out. Yes, it was very sudden. It may seem suspicious to the lay person, but why can't people come to terms with the fact that this is what happened? Jayalalitha died of a cardiac arrest just days after she was on the road to recovery.
Well, the world is still debating about Kennedy's death. There's still no clarity about Subhash Chandra Bose's death. So this is another conspiracy which I think will never end. And what's fueled it further, of course, has been the fact that perhaps the hospital was not forthcoming in the beginning. But I do not understand what exactly Gautami is looking for. She's saying that she does not want exact details of what the illnesses were. She's saying she's not making, she's not pointing fingers at anyone. So if she does not want the exact details of what happened, and neither is she pointing fingers, Apollo Hospital has come out, in fact, day before yesterday they did have a press meet in which all the doctors and the nurses who were treating Jayalalitha came out and spoke as to what happened to her. They have clearly said that when she was admitted to the hospital, she was in a critical state. She was revived immediately after reaching the hospital. For the next 48 hours she was fine, and then complications set in because she is a person who suffers from various ailments in different organs. So complications set in, then she again is put on the ventilator. There's a tracheotomy done on her, and then later she starts recovering. That's when the tracheotomy is taken off and she starts speaking to people. She suffered a major massive cardiac arrest. Now it's not just Apollo that's involved, right? There's AIMS, there is a doctor from London, the central government has been keeping close watch. So how many people are we going to discredit saying that there is some other conspiracy?
Well, it really had to be a very complex conspiracy if everyone right down to Dr. Beale, to specialists from AIMS, to Apollo itself, all of Apollo were to be involved along with the AIADMK. But Mr. Durai Pandian, the reason why such conspiracy theories get credence is because of what has happened down the years. There was the story about how there was a massive falling out between Shashikala and Jayalalitha herself because of efforts to poison her, and just a few years later she dies. Do you blame people for being suspicious?
Excuse me. I
Yes.
would like to point out this issue at very outset. You know, like if that be so, or such things have happened, Shashikala would not have been given another chance to come inside the Amma's house at all. Now, secondly, the death cannot be predicted by any amount of doctors or whatever, irrespective of spending all the money there. Now, as far as the Gautami statement is concerned, it talks, you know, like her talk is baseless and useless. When they perform an operation or surgery here on the trachea, it goes down and then to lungs and then to intestine, spleen, everything is there. So each and every organ, the special doctor has to come out, and they after confirming, you know, and they after coming and performing all these surgeries, they have managed to take Amma's life till now. And you know, like it is not as Gautami says, like anybody can come and anything can be done in 1 hour. It is possible only in our cinemas, you know, like. And the dialogues, the other things, dialogues that are relating to other things,
Okay.
which is equally scribbling on a paper and then throwing it down. So let her try to respect the people whom they literally, virtually, they sacrificed all their time and
Well, you know, her argument is that it is in the interest of people that she's asking these, what she calls unsettling questions. Dhanya Rajendran, another point which is put forward in favor of this palace coup theory is 3 sheets of paper which were made to sign by all leaders of the AIADMK, even as Jayalalitha was in hospital, had not been declared dead.
Well, see, Padmaja, two things. One, I disagree with the part of Gautami's statement where she says there's a lot of secrecy, why were we not told? I think that's pretty irresponsible because yes, she may be a democratically elected leader, but there is also a patient's privacy. And Jayalalitha has been an extremely secretive person who would not even talk to the media or anyone else. So do we expect her party to give information? Yes, maybe Apollo can release more information now, but I think Gautami is just fueling a conspiracy here. I however agree with the second part of her letter, that who is in control of things now. We have been seeing in the past 3 days there have been meetings held in Poes Garden, which is just a citizen's house as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. The chief minister, all top ministers are going there. They may claim that we are party leaders, so we are going to Poes Garden, where Shashikala is a de facto chief for us. But today top police officers were there. What were they doing there? So is Tamil Nadu going to have an extra constitutional authority? Exactly. I think these are questions that need to be asked, and not too many conspiracies on the health and what happened, because she did have a health issue. No, there were complications.
No, but then again, Dhanya, and you have been on the ground reporting it extensively. There was this time when you were shown a thumb impression of Jayalalitha saying that she's perfectly fine, she's walking around, but there is just this thumb impression we've got on a document. Then we had the chairman of Apollo Hospital saying that she is absolutely okay. It is at her prerogative that she will leave hospital. And if I'm not mistaken, it was within the week that we were told that the chief minister was no more. Doesn't that strike you as too sudden?
Well, see, that's what Apollo is saying. Yeah. Well, I don't know, because Apollo says, and these are very senior doctors, right? Now, if maybe AIMS can come out with a statement to corroborate this. But what Apollo says is that she was critical, then she was on ventilator, she recovers. You know, there are these ups and downs in her health. And then suddenly, all of a sudden, when they were thinking that she could be recovered within a few days, she suffers from a massive cardiac arrest.
No, but we were never told about any downs. We were told that it was all upwards. And there was just so much intrigue created as if Jayalalitha will be walking out any moment.
That was definitely wrong on their part.
And then people are bound to ask questions.
Of course, that was the thing where they went wrong. In fact, when she was on the ventilator, when she was not doing well, they should have told the public of Tamil Nadu that your chief minister is critical, she's on the ventilator. Now, two reasons why I would want to know that. One, of course, is of concern for Jayalalitha's health. Second, as a citizen, we have the right to know if the chief minister is in good health to actually be an able administrator. Can she take decisions on part of the state? So Apollo should have given those details which they did not.
I'm sorry, what is it that you're saying, Mr. Durai Pandya?
For not giving the details at the right time.
Yes, why did you create so much confusion, this blanket of secrecy?
Yes. No. What I'm trying to say, if one person is allowed, you cannot prevent all the others from jumping into the walls of Apollo. So, there's no point in talking like this. This small kids question. Let us jump into some of the.
No one is asking kids. No one is asking kids questions. My question to you: Did you know the exact status of Miss Jayalalitha's health? Did you know?
No.
Did the party know?
Please, don't ever. No, I was. No, Danya, please, Danya. I was asking, instead of mentioning answer, I said question, not you. I'm sorry.
No. This is my question. And my question to you is: did the party know how Jayalalitha was doing?
Yeah, tell me. A few people were permitted to go, all the first cream of leaders, and they were coming and passing on the messages often, very often. With that, we managed to grasp the condition of our Purachi Talivi Amma. Other than that, there was nothing.
Well, because the kind of reports that came out for the rest of the public was very conflicting. Again, Dhanya, the distribution of assets, who has decided that? Who will take over power? At what level and by who was this decision making done? Why is there no clarity about that?
Of assets, as in you mean her properties, or the party and the government?
The properties and the party and the government, both.
But I don't think there is any clarity on that yet, right? We do not know if there was a will or how the properties have been divided. There's just mere speculation at this time as to the property division, but there is actually no tangible information whether J. Jayalalitha had a will or not. So I will just like to reiterate that these conspiracies about her health can go on, but there is really no proof in Gautami or anybody's hand to make these accusations. And if people are really concerned, I think the centre can tell AIMS to come out with a statement to, but I don't think even that is going to stop the rumour mongering now.
No, but Mr. Durai Pandian, if Gautami does not have any solid evidence to back her claims, even you are not furnishing any facts to show that she is wrong. Because if tomorrow people question how was this arbitrary division of properties done?
I know, I will not be. If there is any will, then it can be, it can come out only after the time that is stipulated in that will. As far as will is concerned, I know only this.
Okay, so that is your answer to the property aspect. Tell me this, what Dhanya questioned, that you have Mr. O. Paneerselvam as the Chief Minister. Yet, it seems that the de facto CM at present is Shashikala Natarajan, with top police officials and in fact other bureaucrats in attendance at her house. Why?
Yes. She was, she is still known as the best friend for Parachit Dalavi Amma. So with that, they would have given that importance. So it cannot be played in the wider
don't run governments.
Just friendly, just.
I have a best friend, but I'm sure she can't be allowed to come and do my job for me.
Can you say? I know I can understand, but can you understand? Can you say one particular point? Where Amma Sasikala Chinnamma behave like that or something like that.
Okay, I think this is not a question on which we are going to get any answers at all from the AIDMK. A party, Dhanya, even you would agree after your long years of covering them, which is unique in how opaque it is in its functioning, what happens, what has happened to their leader, what did she think, what even her health was like. It's but natural then that all of these conspiracy theories are doing the rounds. Thank you very much, Mr. Durai Pandian, Dhanya Rajendran, for joining us on 8 p.m.